to see going ahead. The bit about the neighbor. Look, I'll tell you the truth. What happens in our neighborhood is, if 100 things go right, nobody writes about it. If 3 things go wrong, they complain, and we immediately pick up that complaint. That same, you spoke about saying Agneepath in Nepal. You know, Agneepath, why did we do Agneepath? We did it for ourselves. You know, we will reform our armed forces, obviously with Indian interests in mind. I mean, any reform, I'm not talking now of Agneepath, an Indian decision cannot be made because somebody else's interest is at stake. India will decide on what is India's interest. Similarly, you know, you spoke about Maldives. I mean, yes, they have their politics. Sometimes you have a government which may have a viewpoint about India, but at the end of the day, we tell them, saying, look, we are all neighbors. We can't move away from each other. We have shown, I mean, for every example that somebody can give you, I can give you a reverse example. Say in Nepal, you know, for years, Nepal has a tremendous power ability to generate electricity. We are logical customers, but for political reasons, they never did it. Now they are willing to do it. In Sri Lanka, as I said, Sri Lankans know actually who really helped them out. If you go to Bangladesh today, you know, the thinking about India has changed fundamentally. So I don't really accept that, you know, I'm not saying we don't have problems in the neighborhood. Of course we do. Every country has problems in their neighborhood. But on the whole, I would say, with some exceptions, by and large today, our neighbors believe that working with India is actually good for them. They get benefits. You know, I tell you my biggest problem. How do I give as many visas as our neighbors need to come to India? You know, if they didn't like us, why would they be coming in that kind of numbers? And the last two, I mean, that in a way I've answered the last question about resolving things inside. That I do believe that today inclusive development, carrying everybody, looking at the last mile, last person. If the last person moves ahead, believe me, everybody else will move ahead. But if the first person moves ahead, the last person